Use the countdown.
No.
No? Alright. Well, hello, people of the internet. God, you know what? When do you guys do this? I suck at this shit.
What's
We
up,
live. We
liberals?
live.
I'm
That was a
sorry.
hardy ass laugh.
You talking like you about to say you about to meet up with the Martians, bro.
Hello, fellow humans.
Hello, fellow humans. Welcome to another Rat Pack video. Today we're
What's
back
good,
at
my
it
vamps?
again. Dap me up, my slimes.
My
Welcome
schlap.
back.
What's up, young boy army? Anyway,
Anyway, today we're bringing you another Uncyclopedia video. Our first article is about the Queen,
Duck
or Queen
Queen.
No
Elizabeth.
relation.
No relation, right? Definitely not.
Nothing happened recently.
Nothing happened. We're totally not banking on opportunity right now, whatsoever.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Evil.
All right then. So let's begin. The Queen. The Queen. DA. This article was written by a monarchist. Kneel in the dirt before his/her majesty and laugh ingratiatingly at your king/queen's jokes.
For
Let's see what
real.
else. Her Maj, the Queen, officially proclaims this article good. The Queen, God save her, smiles at this article due to its absolute British friendliness. Her container lowness would like to personally give tea and medals to those that edited it, but that would be too much of a hassle. Furthermore, Auntie Betty would like to clarify that she still hates the French too.
Let's go.
Wait, Auntie
Spoiler
Betty?
alert, God
I-
did not save her.
All right, so Elizabeth
Also,
II.
Hold on. I
What?
don't think that's her on the right.
You're
Ah,
right.
yeah.
Anyway,
Who is that?
Elizabeth.
wait. This is Getty Images in the bottom right.
Getty Images. God. Elizabeth II, or Frau Schleswig Holstein Sonderburg Gluckburg, born 21st of April 1926, died September 8th, 2022. I mean, redacted, totally. Officially known
I
as
don't cap.
Divine. What's up?
I would have fucked up that name. How do you say that so good?
I'm pretty sure I botched that name so bad. Someone's gonna eventually find our video and be
Nah,
like, "Oh,
Don't worry,
actually,
I'll just
put-
it's
I'll just put-
pronounced."
I'll just put an AI voice over there.
Better than most.
Officially known as Divine Protector of the Guggen shit.
Trademark.
Trademark was Elton John / the person most often cited as the inventor of the cat flap. It says
The
citation
fuck?
not. Yeah, it says citation not needed at all. Thank you very
I
much.
think it is needed.
Just
Again,
don't
really
think
quick.
about it.
Again, really quick, we have Elizabeth II, Queen of the United Kingdom, Empress of Canada, Grand Sheila of Australia, Most Merciful Pasha of Yorkshire. Yeah, totally the Queen.
The reign
says
from
right here-
643 to 2022. Oh my
What
god.
the
Oh
fuck?
my god!
She's lived for generations.
Wait, how did she reign from 643? Was born in 1909.
Just don't think about it too much.
Just don't think about it. Liz waves to the crowd. Born 1909, someplace. Died today years ago, someplace. Predecessor.
Palace, is it?
Yeah, palace. This is
Oh,
palace.
some palace. My bad. I'm illiterate. Consort Prince Philip the asshole. Issues with Princess Diana. Duty Al Fade. Father George Six.
Ain't
I
no
think.
way you just called her duty, bro.
Duty. I don't know.
Brody.
Dodi
The
Al
queen-
Fayed.
Let's see.
Queen Moth.
Mother. The Queen Moth. You're still having trouble keeping her out of the people's sock drawers even after the old fly is dead. Sick. Anyway, as Queen of As Queen of Britannia's, Liz's main duty consisted of defending I'm just calling it Britain. I don't know why they're being so extra here. Britain from attacks by infidels and crushing rebellions by the English, Scottish, Irish, and Americans. Hail ye! She was
By
the
everyone.
daughter. She was the daughter of Queen Victoria and great granddaughter of King Henry
Eighth.
the Eighth, as well as being related to most of the famous monarchs. If you live everywhere in the Commonwealth, all your base was technically belonged to her. I
my
know
God.
that reference.
Oh my god.
I know
South Park?
that reference.
Wait,
When
hold
the
on, is that from
fuck
South
was
Park,
this
right?
written?
Is that what it's from?
What
South Park?
shit internet? Huh?
No, it was from a Japanese dubbed or an English dubbed Japanese game or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, clearly the
Sure,
shit
guy.
internet from 2005, 2010.
I'm pretty sure South Park referenced that then.
They all they changed about this article, they changed it from will to was.
See here. She was the sequel to Elizabeth the First. I don't think that's
Sequel?
right. The sequel.
I'm gonna start.
But
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna-
start calling my kids sequels.
Forget
Wait, does that mean I'm a sequel?
potentially. Yeah, you're
I'm
no
the
longer
second,
Joe.
right?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a
so you're
sequel.
Joe the
Title.
sequel.
You're
And
either
it was
not
a
as good
junior.
or way better.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The forgetful one.
Says she lived in Buckingham Palace and traveled the country running errands and carrying out general defense duties on her trusty table horse.
Table?
Terrence.
Where the fuck did you
Aaron.
get
Wait.
table?
Oh wait, hold on. Trusty battle horse. Terrence. I don't know.
Ah,
I
yes.
don't know.
My
Man, why would let the
table horse
literate guy
that
read?
that I went into war.
Man, this is just like popcorn reading, dog.
Says here.
They always,
She
they always
literally
pick,
can't
they always pick the illiterate one.
Hey, pick
How'd
that
you
one.
even get to school, dog?
I don't know. It's been a while. Anyway, she enjoyed cricket and speaking German with a quaint English accent, which she probably invented. Says
British.
okay.
She's British.
She was there.
Frau Liz was also queen of other countries, nations, territories, dependencies, cul-de-sacs, and the planet Vulcan.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Wow. Okay. She was also
Bolton.
She was also supreme ruler of the British Empire, which currently covers 98% of planet Earth. She is currently waiting for the next celestial alignment of the planets before crushing the remaining 2%. To reduce separation anxiety in her beloved herd of corgis, Liz appointed a governor general in each of her realms to do her job while giving her the credit. Thus, she was free to stay home and sew her corgis together into an attractive wreath at Christmas.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, hold on. I could have sworn I saw a post or someone was saying like she ordered that if she dies, she like the corgis get put down or something.
Oh God!
God.
I don't know how legit it is, but like
Put them down like the dog they are.
Also, I see a very special name in that next paragraph.
Oh God!
several
We
special names.
don't gotta worry about that. We don't gotta worry about that. We're not there yet. Anyway, contrary to popular belief, she was actually a very famous German known for her blueprints of World War One.
to 784.
Wait. What the?
What?
Unknown to Uncyclopedia News.
I'm gonna
she was
guess that the rest of those were on Planet Vulcan.
maybe. Unknown to Uncyclopedia Noobs, she was also one of the famous four that founded Uncyclopedia, besides Oscar Wilde, Darkwing Duck, Billy Crystal, and Sephiroth. What the fuck?
Now we know
Wow.
who created Uncyclopedia.
Secrets revealed.
Wait, she said she was one of the four, right?
Yeah.
But that name's four people, so wouldn't she be one of the five?
What the fuck? Oh shit, you're right.
Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just
Oh
don't-
my
Just
God.
don't think about it.
Wilde asked her for an ample amount of money to create the site when he found out Darkwing Duck had spent most of the needed dough on bottled ships. The Queen gave him everything he asked for, including a little bonus for himself, as she was a Wilde fan, and even reassured him that he owes no money to the British colony as long as she was credited for the effort. She remained unaccredited until her death.
Damn.
Wow. Give me 1 second here.
Real.
Real as fuck.
Anyway, the Queen's secret drug cartel. This should be interesting. Little known facts. What is the most common link between Frau Badenberg, her
Venetian.
Venetian banker friends, the Bushes, and the conservatives are still involved in drug trades begun a century ago to subjugate China? What the fuck? They were all born on September 1st. Weird, huh? Why? This is a mouthful. What the hell? It says here,
Keep
did you know that?
going.
What?
So keep it going.
All right, fine.
Keep
Did you know that
going.
Queen Liz got most of her money from the U.S. Federal Reserve, even though she was a shishka? Weird or what? What the fuck is a
What?
shishka? What's a
A
shishka?
shiksa.
I think I've heard the word for it, but I don't know.
It's a
Oh my
Muslim.
God.
The Muslim.
Let's see what else. Did you know that she's secretly a
Dirty.
follower of David? How do you
I
say
don't know
that?
who that is.
Hume? David Hume. Why not? David Hume. Thomas Malthus invented famine. What the fuck? That makes sense.
Wait, he's one of the four horsemen.
Wait, hold on. David
Wait,
Hume.
hold on, the next guy.
Hold on. David Hume, he invented monarchy. Thomas Malthus invented famine. Francis Galton invented racism.
Let's go.
Let's
Oh my god.
Let's
Wait
go.
for baby.
And Baron von Ribbentrop invented penguins. Oh, that's not as exciting.
Fucking
Oh, so
go.
He
You knew that,
created
didn't
the
you?
penguins.
Everyone's like creating big disasters, and then he's like, I invented these flightless birds that only live in the cold.
That's such torture.
Why not? I was feeling quirky.
Giving no way to protect themselves.
For real. Let's see what else. Then did you know that she was actually a shape-shifting reptilian from another dimension? Huh! Caught you out there. This is exactly the truth. What the
I like how it's talking to us.
But fear not, because this coming / going 2008 Democratic president candidate, philosopher, mathematician, and welfare advocate Lyndon LaRoche, is promising actually use your money constructively and win this time. Honest, even if you don't live in the U.S. What do you mean the queen doesn't live in the U.S.? But that's okay. She doesn't live in most of the countries that she's queen.
This feels like what it feels like to have like multiple voices in your head.
Just remember that had
Oh,
that section was supposed to be about her drug cartel. What the fuck happened to that?
the only interesting
None of
part
that.
was the
None of
whole-
that. None of that had to do with the drug cartel.
Fucking schizo rambling.
Let me see
Yeah.
here. Let me see. This picture says HM after hearing that Diana didn't like her Elton John disguise, and it's just her holding a silenced gun. What the fuck?
She real for that. It goes hard.
Let me see here.
Yeah.
The Queen's message to the Commonwealth, 2004. What you didn't hear. As many of you are probably aware, on Christmas Day, it is the Queen's annual duty to give a short speech to the nation. However, what you may not be aware of is that we actually see and hear is not what we actually see and hear is not actually live, but an edited transcript that is the end of a very long process of editing and reshooting. However, a secret tape has been passed on with the full unedited broadcast on it. I think it makes the Queen just that bit more wonderful, don't you? So we have
Oh no.
The
let's
unedited.
see here. It says, yo dudes, Dissam Bessie in the big Uzi biggin.
In the big house, bigging it up for
In
the
the big house,
bubbles and the
bigging it-
tinsel.
You wanna read this, bro? I don't think I can pull
Your
this off.
Majesty? No? I'm not quite so informal, perhaps. I'm not sorry. Can we do it again without the argot? Well, William and Harry thought it would help me communicate with the young. It's how they all talk, apparently.
Lenny!
Lenny. Oh god.
It's
Yes.
the rabbits.
What the fuck?
Yes, but some people might consider it inappropriate for a monarch. Can you start again with a bit more authority? I suppose so if you think it's right.
Let's see here. Edit point 2 minutes later.
Okay, and cue.
Oh, alright.
Alright then, John. Got a new motor. Now the rest of you unworthy bastards. I'm the fucking queen, right? So listen up, sharpish, because I don't take no shit, right? Now I've been called from the fucking sherry cabinet to talk down to you cringing wasters. should make the best of it. Your
Sounds like a
Majesty.
character off Peaky Blinders.
I was thinking of one of the members from the fucking Beatles, dog.
I'm the fucking
Go on.
Queen, Paul.
Paul McCartney.
Right now,
It's
all
the
you
middle brother,
turds who
that's what it
voted
is.
to abolish fox hunting. Your Majesty. Now what? You said I should assert some authority. Yes, but can we do it without so much obvious contempt? Can we not do it as we do it every other year? You mean all gentle and cozy? Yes, that's right. And I so wanted to boost the ratings as well. Very well.
Let's see.
God,
Edit
this fucking
point
accent
5
is killing me.
minutes later. Okay, and
Bro.
you. Oh my,
Jesus.
How long is this shit?
oh my god!
Alright, I'm gonna make this very serious and not British at all.
Alright,
The
bet.
time has come around once again for me to sit in front of some seasonal greetings cards and reflect on the events of the past year. This has indeed been a memorable year. It has seen many contradictory and often perplexing occurrences, some happy and some not so happy. Amongst the latter, one has to include the recently passed ban on fox hunting by that spoil sport Blair and his trendy townies, who know as much about the countryside as I do. What right have these do-gooding rodent sympathizers have to impose their views on us decent people? I mean, what a complete and utter fucking waste of time. What is wrong with giving old Basil a bash up the brush every now and again? The population has to be controlled, so why shouldn't we have fun while we're doing it? They love the exercise, it's good for them. Get off the fox hunting, get off the fox hunting! While we may be slightly disingenuous in our claims, after all, prior to the Napoleonic Wars, we would import the furry little buggers from France to keep the population up. But that is not the point. The point is,
Oh my god, there's more. It says
oh my
here.
god,
Edit
I'm gonna
point
pop a
20
blood
minute
vessel,
rant.
bro.
Hold on, it says right here. Edit point 20-minute rant about foxes not suitable for public consumption, bro. Wait, that means they were eating them?
No,
Yes.
it meant
Says-
the.
It says fox is not suitable for public consumption.
It's a rant
means they were
about foxes not suitable for public consumption.
Fine.
I see a very special word in that next one.
Oh!
Should I go back
Go
to
on.
British or stay serious American?
I don't. Whatever.
Go on.
Whichever.
God, I just saw it.
Don't look. Don't look.
I'm gonna say it anyway. Someone give me the pass real quick.
Andy,
Why me?
I need you're
because.
the
because you're a
darkest
black
one.
skin.
Yeah, I need the pass, please.
I'm not even black.
Give me the pass. Shut up. Give me the pass.
Oh!
Do it, Andy.
I do it,
Alright, alright. One of the big highlights for me this year was our tour of the inner cities.
It says the hard on.
No!
I have particularly happy memories of the time Philip, William, Harry, and I toured Brixton. I was a little anxious about being there. After all, one doesn't have much contact with darkies in my line of work.
Lordy, Lord.
But William assured me that his grasp of darky lingo would see us through. It seemed to cause great amusement all around when he stepped into the waiting crowds and said, "Yes, get it up for the Brixton crew." Meantime, Harry went off to score something. He seems to be very musical, always off scoring something or another. It seems he's writing a piece called Crack at the moment, and knew somebody who
Jesus.
could help him out with the more intricate side of things. He came back very excited indeed, talking about being attacked by velvet butterflies. Such a funny chap. Philip was more interested in whether the natives still ate each other or not. On the whole, a very good time was had by us anyway.
Oh my god. Transcript.
That whole like part was just me
Oh my
hearing words but not
Keep
processing
it in the
it.
video.
I heard words but I didn't process what was going on.
I'm gonna
My brain is
emphasize that
processing this.
word in editing.
It says here, death. After choosing Liz Truss as the new prime minister, Liz croaked on September 8th due to being too old. You know,
So simple compared to everything else.
Yeah. See here, the picture on the side says the queen reacting to seeing this picture of herself on Uncyclopedia.
For real.
I don't know if we should go through the list of achievement. Oh my god, there's so many achievements and awards.
I think it's kind of fast.
See here, achievements. The queen was Lady of the Swans, meaning she could summon an army of swans at will to do her bidding. According to retours, the queen had 10 times the lifespan of workers and laid up to 2,000 eggs a day. The queen killed. The queen liked all people except for Diana, Princess of Wales, and Dodi Al Fade.
The goal.
Says starred in the movie The Queen as Ross Kemp. She had the high score on Halo 3. Damn.
Yo.
You guys have your game.
That's a flex.
That's who beat me, bro. No wonder.
Damn. Says can't believe it's not butter. Owned all the
What does that mean?
swans.
What does that mean?
It's can't believe it's not
Achievement?
butter. How's that an achievement? It's not butter.
She can believe it.
Oh, can believe it's not butter. Okay.
She's too clean with it, bro.
Says owned all the swans, motherfucker. Took lessons from Rocky Balboa and how to be a good at how to be a good Autobot. What the fuck? That makes It says here
Ain't no way she's an Autobot. She's a Decepticon, bro.
Oh god.
yesterday she shot down a German plane.
Yesterday.
Lufthansa are pissed.
Lufthansa are pissed. During World War II, she took an active role in so many operations. She flew against Spitfires in the Battle of Britannia Superior against a combined force of Picts and Angels, achieving over 25 kills and became known as the Winged Witch of Windsor by her spawn.
By her spawn.
Wow. She stopped after her favorite hat got damaged during a dogfight. Wow. After that, she drove tanks in North Africa as part of Erwin Rommel's Africa Corps, but again had to stop due to another one of her splendid hats getting in the way of another crew members.
Wearing that fucking hat in the tank.
She ended the war fixing lorries and siphoning off the petrol to sell on the black market. Luckily, no hats were damaged this time. See here. Last week, she got stuck in a child's playhouse. She holds the world record for the most time spent sitting. Could tolerate Cliff Richard. She also holds the world record for spitting winkles? What the hell?
What?
She has a daughter named Gabby Parker. In
Achievement.
World War II, achieved the rank of junior commander in the Women's Auxiliary, surpassed in the royal family only by Princess Michael of Kent, who became the Oberlief. What the fuck?
Oberleutnantin.
What he said in the Waffen SS.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
She was the mistress of England in US of K. USK, really UKS. Could
Yeah.
wave the fuck out of you.
Yo.
Real?
Wait, like wave dash?
No, like I think she
Just
meant like
wave.
actually wave. Like every time you look at the like a video of the queen, she's just waving.
Her default motion.
Default mode, bro.
It's her default emote. See, drank a pint of brown ale in under 7 seconds.
Damn.
She was the first ever person to live to the age of 489 years.
God damn.
God saves her. Loves pole dancing. Was queen. She was the only person that's ever known not to fart. Was a Republican.
Wrong.
Loved
Kim
turtles
Jong-un.
and salt. Discovered the vulnerable part of a Death Star. Longest running Part 3 girl. Died. That's her
That's one of her
died.
achievements. She died.
You're right, Joe. Kim Jong-un never did far, bro. That's a lie.
Here. Awards. Miss Grant Britain 1904, Miss Grant Britain 1935, stolen a year later by Hitler. Schween.
Hitler was Miss Great Britain.
Miss Great Britain. Let's see here. A Gloucester cheese race
I knew she was a freak.
1893, 1970, 1994. Runner up every year except 18. So that's the same year she won. Miss Great Britain in 2009. Oscar for her performance in the film The Queen. Most loved Britain ever. Person who appears on the most pictures Probably the most powerful woman in the world, world's greatest landowner, richest person in the world to live in free accommodation provided by the government, the person receiving the most state benefits, most. I feel like this is actually actual information about the queen,
Yeah.
and these aren't actual awards.
Yeah, maybe.
See, the person received the most state benefits, most attractive person to ever appear on a spoon or mug,
I don't
Yeah.
know about that one.
least attractive mug ever to have had her mug on a spoon. And the
Okay.
person who appears on the most currency, Irish Australians kiss the back of it. And third place in the Buckingham Palace annual fancy dress party as a hula girl.
Oh.
Oh god. Oh,
I
that
told
was
you she was a freak.
well, that was a very interesting.
I took it to my Pinterest and I freaked it.
But now we got the legend.
We got
Yeah.
all right. Next
Even
article
funnier
on
tragedy.
this
Oh my God.
list, the September 11 attacks.
No
Totally
relation.
let's
not
go.
recent. Totally not recent whatsoever. All right, let's see here. A man like wait, no, sorry. A country that is hiding something is a country that is afraid of getting caught. George W. Bush.
Did he say that? I don't know.
No, but I don't
hope
think he said that.
I don't know.
Says
You can tell
here-
me he said anything, I'll believe it.
It says here on Tuesday, September 11, 2001, a special unit of Osama bin Laden's terror company. See also Kennedy's assassination.
Wait,
employed
what?
Yeah, it says a special unit of
You don't-
Osama bin Laden's terror company.
You don't know about Terror Code, bro?
Nope.
Oh my god.
They make
Wait,
Coca-Cola.
the pig says feel the tragedy.
Oh my god.
Feel it.
No.
Did we have to censor that?
I
Nah, we're
don't
good.
know.
I'll just
See
mark this
here.
under informational.
Yeah. Alright.
See here. Employed what appeared to be a 4 commercial passenger jet airlines to accomplish one of the biggest life insurance scams. This is secretly just a scam, not an attack. It's just a
I've
scam.
never thought about that.
Says here, accomplished one of the biggest life insurance scams, false flag operations, and inside jobs the world had ever seen. On that infamous day, a total of 2,974 people died. 4 American airliners crashed. 2 Tower 1, Tower 2, and Tower 7 of the World Trade
what?
Center.
Tower 7? Is that the Pentagon?
No, because it mentions the Pentagon later.
Sorry.
Base use when he coughs.
Reminders when they sneak.
Let's see here.
By the way, Andy, we could hear ourselves echoing in your mic.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna
You
be
murderer.
This is gonna be one jank video. Anyway, blah. In New York City collapse, a section of the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia, was destroyed, and 1,000 people's plane tickets suddenly
my-
became
Motherfucker had
invalid.
to sneeze.
Is that better?
Yeah.
I like how it says, and 1,000 people's plane tickets suddenly became invalid.
Just ever so conveniently.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Billions worldwide were shocked by the incident and were deceived by the U.S. government into believing
Al-Qaeda, bro. Come on.
Al-
Al-Qaeda, dog.
Qaeda and Osama bin Laden were responsible. What's worse, the majority still believe Osama bin Laden was the mastermind. Even worse, that same majority does not care to know the truth and/or doesn't want to accept it, especially in North America. I would just like to point at this picture right here. It just says smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Recovered photo moments before the flight was disturbed.
It was
Oh,
the
God, it was a
penguins
gift.
of Madagascar.
It was a gift.
It was
Says
them.
WTC-7 collapsed out of solidarity for the Twin Towers.
Yeah. No fucking no problem.
I felt bad, so I collapsed too.
Says, okay, let's see here. Insipid.
I don't know.
Yeah, insipid. The U.S. government told us right after the attacks what seemed to be the common assumption today, that 19 young men with a few years of training and maybe 40 flight hours, carrying a Leatherman knife and a few cans of pepper spray, carried out the most terrific and successful terrorist attack of all times, bringing down two 110-story buildings that were between the most important, if not the most important, and securing the whole. Sorry, and secured in the whole United States of America in less than 2 hours, causing nearly 3,000 people to die, and without being hampered by any military intervention of any kind whatsoever. Okay, the American people bought it with the assumption that good things happen only in the movies.
Uh,
The FBI and the CIA are not really that good after all. We have to accept it. We have to accept the fact that we are naive morons who could not forebode a catastrophe of such magnitude. Wow.
Real.
People
so
don't
less
seem
funny and just more real.
Oh my god.
People don't seem to realize that 9/11 was not planned a few months or even a few years prior to execution. It was planned decades in advance and executed with military precision. Damn.
USA. USA.
either
The only
either
country to bring down USA is USA and
Only us.
Vietnam.
Why do you think all our
Don't
tax
trust no
dollars are
one,
going to
not
our
even
military?
yourself, bro.
says either the terrorists got extremely lucky, so lucky that the fact that the rules of physics and even chemistry collapsed during the attack, along with the
Yeah.
towers themselves, or something is dreadfully wrong here. How could a structure that was divided into 3 sections exactly for this same reason, so it wouldn't give way altogether in case of a catastrophe? A structure that engineers who designed it and built it said could, quote, survive multiple impacts and fires from a 707 340 carrying 23 gallons of fuel. Bear in
23?
mind that
Just 23?
23,000 gallons of fuel. Bear in mind that airplanes in the 1970s were heavier than today's. A structure that stood with 47 massive steel columns in its core frame implode in on itself in 9 to 10 seconds. That's less than a floor per second. Even the pancake theory doesn't hold. Nothing holds. Only controlled demolitions hold. So
On God, bro.
this is just them saying, yeah, it was an inside job and here's how it was done.
They're real for that.
Let's see here. Background. Years prior to September 11, members of the special unit were infiltrating Al-Qaeda. Fuck, can you?
Al-Qaeda.
Al-Qaeda. Okay, let me just bang that
I
into
think
my
we
head.
said that multiple
Ah,
Know
times.
your
thanks,
terrorist
Al-Qaeda.
group.
Al-Qaeda to make sure Bin Laden was still alive and well, and possibly still sending hideous statements against the United States of America. Those special unit members suggested to Al-Qaeda that some of his best men become sleeper cells in America and learn to fly airplanes so that terrorist acts could be performed in American territory. More than $100,000 were wire transferred to Al-Qaeda through the Pakistani intelligence so that terrorists could be sent to flying schools in the U.S. Oh my god. It says, using the tax money paid by the American people, the special unit made sure that Al Qaeda members could sleep under a roof, eat, and attend the best flying schools in America. This is one great elaborate plan so far. 19 of those men were going to be used as scapegoats in the attack of September 11, and some were completely unaware of the fact that the special unit was targeting them. Some were not even Al Qaeda members. Their only fault was to be in an aeronautical school in America because they wanted to be pilots in their own countries. But the special units knew that if it wanted to convince the American people that terrorists were responsible for the attacks, it had to choose terror-like fellows who happened to attend flying schools in America and then label them as terrorists and plaster their faces in every newspaper and TV screen in the country. In other words, the special unit had the names and the faces of each single terrorist responsible for 9/11 even before the year 2001 had started. Damn.
Can we read that
The-
picture real quick?
Hold on, I hear a knocking at my door. I'm gonna check it.
Oh god.
It's the government.
We just hear gunshots. Says Afghani Santa Claus, also called Bin Laden, Bingo Man, the Invisible Man, and the White Turban Dude, was last seen taking a dump at the White House and eating popcorn at the Bush's Ranch in Texas. What the?
Let it go. Look at him flying past those towers. What a graceful man.
All right. The plan. In the meantime, the boss of all bosses, the boss of a very special unit, was reuniting with his closest allies to
Egg?
What?
What?
Oh,
Big boss?
right, big boss. I
Boss
wish.
from MG3, bro.
It says here was reuniting with his closest allies to excogiate one of the most disturbing attacks on American soil, a military operation of huge consequences and psychological impact, not only on American citizens, but on citizens around the 7 continents, which would give the US government total sympathy for any government from its own people to do whatever it decided to do afterwards. Damn. The reason behind this was basically one, this to start a war. Why? To finally use the grand quantity of weapons amassed and never used during the Cold War era, to use the tax money to pay for more weapons so that American warlords were happily getting richer and richer, and to have an excuse to invade the countries with most oil reserves in the world, Iraq, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. The ultimate goal for this people is to control the entire world the same way Nazis wanted to control all of Europe. It is all beautifully intertwined. This is a little too real, if you ask me.
Keep going.
Where's
Let me
the
see.
funny?
It says the ultimate toy, the Global Hawk robotic spy plane, can be flown with a remote control from your house across the oceans and inside buildings. The perfect toy for Christmas. Oh boy. All right, it says here inside of the attacks, the special units was honing one of America's most innovative technologies, a technology that would be the focal point in the 9/11 attacks that would allow it to remotely control an aircraft the size of a Boeing 767 and 757 from taking off to landing. Although engineers say the landing would be very difficult, much more difficult than the normal one. That was absolutely not a problem since none of the 4 airlines were destined to land. The technology already existed as far back as the 1970s, and it was called home run, but it had nothing to do with baseballs.
Okay.
In April 2001, oh shit, in
I think
April
you skipped a
2005.
whole paragraph. Did you?
No,
Okay, never mind.
no, I accidentally
I'm just
zoomed by
tripping.
it. Nah. In
Going
April
crazy.
2001, 5 months prior to 9/11, Britain's international television news announced to the world that the American military had been flying unmanned aircraft. A robot plane has made aviation history by becoming the first unmanned aircraft to fly across the Pacific Ocean. The American high-altitude Global Hawk spy plane flew across the ocean to Australia, officials confirmed. On September 10, 2001, an article from the Washington Times suggested that the Israeli military had the same exact technology. The technology had to be installed into the airliners prior to the attack. No shit. Therefore, the special units must have free access to the airplanes. The only way to assume that was to use American airplanes that were mostly flown over American territory. As a matter of fact, all 4 flights on 9/11, American Airlines Flight 11, United Airlines Flight 175, American Airlines Flight 77, and United Airlines Flight 93 were domestic flights departing from Boston, Washington, and New York and going to California. The special unit was obviously aware of the fact that the door of the cockpit is closed and locked at all times during an American Airlines flight. All it had to do was to remove the black boxes inside the cockpits, install the remote FMCSs, which doesn't stand for Freshwater Mollusk Conservation Society.
Like I said earlier, I'm hearing words, but they're just not processing, man.
Me too. I'm gonna be honest. I'm waiting for the funny. This is all just a little too real for me.
Bro,
This is just
you're
real
reading a
life, bro. This is
conspiracy. You're
regular
reading a
Wikipedia. I think we're on
conspiracy.
the wrong website.
But for a fully integrated flight management computer system, and also install another remotely controlled system that would spray a venomous gas inside the cabin to kill or at least KO the pilots for hours. Without the black boxes, there could be no records of any pilot contemplating about a venomous or sulfuric gas being sprayed inside the cabin. Once the pilots were totally unconscious, the special units could guide the aircraft to their final destinations without any inconveniences. However, because of unseen circumstances, the special unit was forced to leave the black boxes inside the cabins and manipulate them later when they were eventually found. Only 2 of them were found. So, in a nutshell, the plan was simple: attack Tower 1 and Tower 2, the Pentagon, and fake an unsuccessful attack on the White House. Obviously, the special unit had no interest in destroying the White House, but it would make sense that crazy kamikaze terrorists would want to destroy the most important political symbol in America territory and possibly kill the president inside. The plan was to destroy the airliner by means of a military airplane before it could hit the White House.
They're real for that.
God, this is so. How much more of this is there? Oh my God, there's.
What
oh,
did
there's
you
no telling.
expect when you read this?
I expected the funny, not an actual explanation of an inside job.
You
This-
fool!
They fooled you. This was the real content all along.
Hold on, let's look at that picture on the right. Moron / warlord George W. Bush giving the finger to America and the world. He later stuck his thumb up Cheney's ass, then sucked on it for 20 minutes.
Real.
That's Alright, getting ready. In the year 2000, Republican candidate George W. Bush and Democratic candidate Al Gore were vying to be the next president of the United States of America. Bush won because the special unit knew it needed a moron / potential warlord who had ties with the Bin Laden family if it wanted to successfully attack the United States and blame Islamic territories. In the most controversial election, in which the winning candidate received fewer popular votes than the runner-up, Bush became the 43rd president of the United States. Good, that much was done. Now America was in real deep shit. Wow. During a series of fire drills in which the Twin Towers were completely evacuated, or during the night or during a couple of weekends, the special unit, backed up by Bush's brother Marvin P. Bush, who was member of the board director of Dale Tech, the security company in charge of the World Trade Centers from
The word
1993.
trade. What?
The word. Wait, hold on.
I don't
hold
know
on.
if that's on
The
purpose.
security company in
don't think
charge of the World Trade Center.
Oh yes.
From 1993, year of the first attack, to 2000, put the thermite explosives that would later assure the collapse of Tower 1, 2, and 7. Well, at least they kept Tower 7 consistent.
I still don't know where Tower 7 is.
A few months before 9/11, the United States Air Force and the North American Aerospace Defense Command made sure that no military airplane would be near the Twin Towers during the attacks. 4 war games far away from New York and Washington were going on during the attack, and orders to scramble jets did not come until after 3 of the 4 airliners had crashed into the Twin Towers and Pentagon. This is not surprising. If the airliners had been intercepted, how could the government explain the collapse of one of the towers that was never hit? The special unit had to make sure both towers were hit before either collapsed. The Pentagon. First theory says, dude, where's my car? Alright,
Got
so the
lost in
first theory.
sauce.
The first theory, approximately 50 minutes after the first attack, a missile made airplane that had wings and even had the logo of the American Airlines, so as to make people watching believe it was a passenger airline, crashed into the Pentagon and made a big hole in the only section of the building that was reinforced against such a possible attack, and where important naval and CIA files were destroyed. The terrorists who flew the airplane did all the effort to make a maneuver that professional pilots can call nearly impossible just to destroy CIA files. There are 2 gas stations near the Pentagon. If the terrorists really wanted to cause such a great distraction, fuck. If the terrorists
I'm just listening to a homeless man with a tinfoil hat on talk about shit.
for
this point.
real, for real. If the
This is the man
terrorists,
I'm not supposed to talk to.
if the
It's like
terrorists,
seeing Mr. Miyagi around the city. Not even count.
if the terrorists really wanted to cause a much greater disaster, he might have taken one gas station with him on his way to the Pentagon. In fact, he made such a delicate steer that the airplane was on a 15-degree dive and almost landing. Also, he could have flown nose down on such an easier 90-degree angle towards the center of the building and caused much more damage and casualties. There were no big evident remains of a large aircraft inside the Pentagon, only some small pieces of the aircraft as stated by a firefighter interviewed in the incident, were found inside the building. The special unit put those small pieces of an aircraft before and after the attack. Let's see here. Second theory. Another plausible explanation for the lack of evidence that an airplane had crashed into the Pentagon is that the original airliner, American Airlines Flight 77, was so fraught with explosives in its interior that it virtually destroyed itself on impact.
Jesus.
This would also explain the stench of kerosene in the air and the greater than normal damage provoked by the otherwise feeble nose of an airplane. And the last bit here, this picture says big ass white airplanes used by the American military to control the American people's minds through the force of satellites and bin Laden's farts. That sounds like a Vincent
There's
thing.
the funny.
It sounds like a Vincent
It
thing.
was all
made
the
it.
way at the bottom.
They have the technology to vaporize entire universes and remotely control
Wait.
airplanes to crash into buildings. God.
Universe. I didn't know
Okay.
Boeing was that powerful.
The Boeing E-4. While orders to land thousands of commercial airplanes were immediately issued by the government after the South Tower began to collapse, two doomsday E-4Bs remained airborne. In fact, witnesses said that they saw the military aircraft over Washington prior to the Pentagon attack. How come the government managed to have two big-ass E-4Bs, which can fly at 602 miles per hour or 969 kilometers in the sky above Washington minutes before the attack, but did not manage to scramble jet fighters that fly at 1,500 miles per hour or 2,414 kilometers per hour? That's 2.5 times faster than the E-4B. Yeah, this is just a homeless man just ranting up with his tinfoil hat on.
He was
This is
originally
me.
gonna write an article, and then he decided I'm gonna make a conspiracy.
This is me at 3 in the morning, dog. When I'm up on one of these things, dog.
Jet fighters are trained to be escorting any airplane that gives sight of trouble in less than 10 minutes. How come the first jet fighter did not arrive at the scene of the attacks until after the first tower started to collapse? That's approximately 15 minutes or 5 times slower than usual, and this was no ordinary solution. One would think the sky above the East Coast on 9/11 would have been filled with F-16s. The government blatantly denied that military aircraft were flying over Washington. The government denied that E-4BSs were airborne at the time because they were there to make sure that no obstacles preventing American Airlines Flight 477.
Where the fuck did you get a 4?
I don't know, man. I'm just. I thought this would be funny. This is just a homeless man's tinfoil ramblings. God.
I like how you don't even read it like before them. You just like, yeah, that looks funny.
God. Anyway, something
Live
bullseye.
article reaction.
Live article reaction.
Can
Richard
I-
Nixon down here at the corner. All right, sure. Why not? It fits. It fits. It'll.
We
it'll
went
fly.
to the real Wikipedia.
That's right. We came to the real Wikipedia because Uncyclopedia didn't have this one for some reason. The Newman Claw Horse Sex Case. What the fuck?
You'll know.
Unum Claw.
The Unum Claw Horse Sex Case was a series of incidents in 2005 involving Kenneth Pinata? Pinion. Pinata. Let's see. An engineer who worked for Boeing and that's funny. And resided in Gig Harbor, Washington. James Michael Tate, a truck driver, and other unidentified men. Pinion and Tate filmed and distributed zoophilic pornography of Pinion receiving animal sex from a stallion under the alias.
Oh my god.
Receiving anal
So
sex.
illiterate.
Bro added 3 letters to that word.
Did they say anal?
No.
No.
I didn't even hear what he
He
said.
said animal.
Oh my god. What the
Receiving
fuck?
anal sex from a stallion under the alias Mr. Hands.
Yeah.
Miss.
Yeah.
Or Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
You're
Minutes
fucking another horse.
Anyway, after engaging in this activity on multiple occasions over an unknown span of time, Pinion received fatal internal injuries in one such incident.
Did you say Fano?
Fatal internal
know, man.
injuries in one such incident. The story was reported in the Seattle Times and was one of the paper's most read stories of 2005. God. Pinion's death rapidly prompted the enactment of a bill by the Washington State Legislature that prohibits both sex with animals and the videotaping of such an act under current.
He ruined it for all of us.
It took until this man for them to say, you know what, that fucking animals isn't good.
is not
A little
alright.
weird.
I don't think that's good. It was legal before this.
It's like Joe said, he ruined it for all of us.
The party
For real,
pooper
for real.
over here.
It says right here, bestiality is now a Class C type felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison. God, this is such a
A
long
measly
article.
5 years for me.
Let's see. Background. In the 1970s, many statutes that had criminalized certain sex acts in various U.S. Okay, this is not. Oh my god, investigation, media reporting, criminal charge, guilty plea and sentencing,
Joe Rogan.
aftermath. 2 guys, 1 horse, zoo, James Michael Tate, and later events. 2 guys, 1 horse. God. Should I read all this or should I go back?
You don't have to read all of it.
Alright, well,
Hold on. Let me just read one sentence.
what's it?
Pinion had previously lost the ability to experience certain sensations after a motorcycle accident. He had begun to seek out increasingly extreme sexual acts, such as insertion of extremely large dildos, fisting, and receptive anal sex with horses.
God damn.
Why?
He kept going bigger and
Oh
bigger.
my God.
Why?
He was in a motorcycle accident.
How does that correlate?
His
How do
pro-
you go from I got into a car accident to I'ma have this horse shove his big ass meat in my
He can't
ass?
feel it.
That's
Was
the
it
real.
It destroyed his with the accident, like just fucked up his dick or something, and like he can't come or something like that way.
He couldn't feel it in his ass, so he had to make sure he got something big enough to hit his guts where he can feel it.
So he was gay before this.
I assume so.
Damn.
Oh,
I
God.
thought it was the accident that turned him gay.
It awakened
So I just
his
become gay.
chakra.
A fucking motorcycle accident.
It awakened his chakra.
I think one of them got away. They still haven't found like all the people.
yeah.
It was me. It was me, Barry.
Me, Barry.
I knew
I
it.
made you fuck the
Horse.
horse.
I made the horse pornos.
Jesus.
Well, I guess that's that then.
You guys want to drink horse cum?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Damn, I got him.
That
That
comes
murder was the
so-
case.
I guess
Oh,
fucking
God.
from
All right, well, Rat Pack signing off. And if you
What's
live
it
in
called?
Illinois, get out of there before January 1st.
Real.